The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good afternoon, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 22nd day of November 2023. Today we begin a Patreon special. Apparently, 52 years ago, this past October, a very pregnant mother sat and watched the entire 1971 World Series and wrote down the play-by-play descriptions for a father that worked nights at General Electric. Now, the middle three games of this series were indeed at night, so she must have done it for the games in Pittsburgh. And her son just happens to be a huge baseball fan, and she's been a Patreon of the channel for a while. And she asked me to do, and I said I couldn't do it right then, the 1971 World Series. And so that's what we're going to do, is a 1971 World Series. This is not as played. I believe the starting pitchers for both are who they used in Game 1, Cuellar and Steve Blass. But I'm trying to put the lineups as best as I can, and where the heck did Merv Rentenman fit in for Baltimore in the lineup? Because you're not moving any of the outfielders, maybe Buford at left, but they all played, and they all had a lot of regular time there. So that's the setup for you. It's Game 1. It's not as played, but it is a 1971 World Series, and the picture that we have is from the 1971 World Series. So, Retro Sports Network, not a service of NBC News, proudly presents the 1971 World Series. And today's game from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, fits the American League champion Baltimore Orioles and the National League champion Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. You're off. I heard Twitch got banned from a public school. Imagine that. Mike Cuellar gets the call here in Game 1. He did pitch for the Astros in the 60s. One of the 4 Orioles starters who were a 20-game winner in 1971. You'll never see that ever again. He went 20-9 for Baltimore, a 3.08 ERA. 34 years old, throws a Scroogey at 82 with a fastball in the standard pitcher. 292 in a third inning. 250 hits, 30 home runs, 78 walks, and 124 strikeouts. The lineup he'll face, and again, I've assembled this. This is not as played. Dave Cash at second for Pittsburgh will lead off. Al Oliver, one of the 2 lefties in the lineups for Pittsburgh, will play center field and bat second. Then the heart of the Pirate order. Willie Stargell in left will bat third. Roberto Clemente, who had a magnificent series in 71, the MVP, cleans up in right field. Bob Robertson at first will bat fifth. Manny Sanguillen behind the plate will go sixth. Jose Pagan at third will bat seventh. Gene Elliott short goes eighth, and Steve Blass, who can throw 130 pitches, a little different from our 23 World Series, will bat ninth. Defensively for Baltimore, Don Buford a 4 and a 4 in left. Paul Blair a 10 and a 3 in center. Frank Robinson a 5 and a 4 in right. Brooks Robinson a 10 at third. Mark Belanger a 10 at short. Davey Johnson a 10 at second. They have 4 10s in their starting lineup. Boog Powell, who cares? You've got 3 10s in the infield. He's a 5. Ellie Hendricks a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Cuellar is a 7 on the mound with a .971 fielding percentage. 64 degrees. I told the computer it was a night game. It is not. It was a day game. The middle 3 will be at night. Dave Cash steps in at 289, 2 homers and 34 RBI. And so if you're quite ready, let's do this. The 71 World Series starts. Ball 4. So Cash draws the walk. Cuellar walked 78 in nearly 300 innings. And Cash can steal. Here's Al Oliver. 282, 14 homers, and 64 RBI. Throw to first, and Cash is back. So it's Danny Murtaugh managing the Pirates. Earl Weaver managing the Orioles. Cash stays put. Oliver drops one down. Hendricks fires to Johnson for the out. So Cash moves up to second. 1 out for Willie Stargell. Again, you're not platooning Willie Stargell. 295, 48 homers, and 125 RBI. Cuellar deals. Stargell into right field. Back goes Robinson. Frank is there, makes the catch for the out. Cash way off a second. Goes back and will hold. So here's Roberto Clemente. He hit 341 in 71, 13 homers, and 86 RBI. That's pretty good. Cuellar deals. Clemente ground ball left side, a base hit. Cash will round third. Buford does not have a great arm. They're going to try to get him at the plate. The throw to Hendricks is going to be close, but not in time. Cash will score. Clemente goes to second as Buford threw the ball away. So, how you doing, Bernie? So Hendricks thought he had the ball, and he looked, didn't have it. So Clemente on second, 1-0 Pirates here. 2 out, top of the first. Bob Robertson, 271, 26 homers, and 72 RBI. Cuellar deals, and Robertson draws the walk. What a good start for Pittsburgh. Here's Manny Sanguin. Hit 319, 7 homers, and 81 RBI. So Cuellar already behind the 8 ball here in the first inning. 2 out. There's a ground ball past diving Johnson for a base hit. So Clemente will round third. Blair does not have a good arm. The play at the plate this time again kind of skips in front of Hendricks. Robinson goes to third, saying, in fact, that's another error. The Orioles have had 2 throwing errors in the inning. Nope. Oh, I take that back. Not an error. Hendricks kept the ball in front of him. But it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. And here's Jose Pagan. Platooning at third. 241, 5 homers, and 15 RBI. Cuellar deals, and Pagan draws the walk. Richie Hebner will face the lefties. So 2 outs for Gene Alley at 227. The shortstop, 7 triples, 6 homers, and 28 RBI. So what a start by the Pirates. Pitch to Alley. There's a ground ball to Belanger. Gobbles that up. Goes the long way to Powell. Boog on the bag, and that will finally retire the side. The Pirates leave him loaded. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error, and that's costly. Half an inning in the books. Pittsburgh 2. Here come the birdies. Dave likes both teams. Steve Blass, 33 starts, 29 years old. Fastball at 87. And a ground ball plus pitcher. Steve, 15-8 with the Pirates in 71, a 2.85 ERA. 240 innings, 226 hits, 16 home runs, 68 walks, and 136 strikeouts. Again, Bernie, fill me in where Rentenben should have been in the lineup here. Paul Blair will lead off in center field for Baltimore. Don Buford in left will bat second. Frank Robinson in right will go third. Boog Powell cleans up at first. Brooks Robinson at third will bat fifth. Davy Johnson at second, batting sixth. Ellie Hendricks behind the plate goes seventh. Mark Belanger at short, batting eighth. And Cuellar, who threw 29 pitches in the first, will bat ninth. He should throw about 130. Defensively for the Pirates, Stargell a 5 and a 4 in left. Al Oliver a 7 and a 3 in center. And Clemente a 10 and a 9 in right. Pagan a 4 at third. Gene Alley a 7 at short. Cash a 6 at 7. By the way, Bill Mazeroski is on the bench. Robertson a 6 at first. Sanguin a 4 and a 6 behind the plate. And Blass is a 7 on the mound with a 940 fielding percentage. Blair at 262. 8 triples, 10 homers, and 44 RBI. Good speed for Earl Weaver to start. Popped up, Sanguin to the screen, and that is out of play. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Blass isn't going to fan a whole bunch of batters. The 0-2. It popped up again, second verse. Sanguin doffs the mask. And the foul territory, 1 out. For Don Buford, 290, 19 homers, a switch hitter, and 54 RBI. Blass will pitch. Buford, hard ground ball to Alley behind the bag at second. Over to Robertson, 1 out, or for the second out. So here's Frank Robinson. Frank at 281, 28 homers, and 99 RBI. And for Robertson, it's his 4th World Series with the Orioles and 5th overall. In fact, it's his 5th in the last 11 seasons. With the Reds, he made it in 61, won the World Series with Baltimore in 66, and the Orioles are playing in their 3rd straight World Series. They won in 70, and you know what happened in 69. Pitch to Robinson. Frank swings, base hit, left field. First hit for the Orioles. Stargell picks it up. Frank going to go for 2. He is. The throw to Cash is going to be close, but not in time. So Robinson has a double. And here is Boog Powell at 256, 22 homers, and 92 RBI. Brooks Robinson on deck. Blass. Cool night, 64 degrees here in Baltimore. Powell swings, that's into right. Clemente going back, way back there. Tie game. Oh, Powell just crushed it. So the Pirate lead lasted all of 2 outs here in game 1. He cranks one down the line and right, and all Clemente could do is turn and watch it go. And it's 2-2. John, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hopefully you're home for the holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, Bernie. Here's Brooks Robinson. 272, 20 homers, and 92 RBI. And it gets lost because of his defensive prowess at third. I mean, what did he win? 16, 17 straight Gold Gloves? But Brooks Robinson was a tremendous offensive player. And in fact, in 1964, he won the MVP. Up the middle, there's Alley. And by the bag, over to Robertson. And that will retire the side. But Boog Powell ties this game in an awful big hurry. 2 runs, 2 hits. 1 being the home run from him. And after 1, the Pirates and Orioles are tied at 2. Home tomorrow. That's good. Driving today and Friday. Blass, Cash, and Oliver to bat here in the second. Blass, 10 for 83 on the real year. And 2 RBI. Dave's burning the bird on Friday. Pitch to Blass. Steve swings. Ground ball to third. Robinson is there. Over to Powell for the out. Brings up Dave Cash, who walked and scored in the first. Cuellar opening 9, an inning and a third. 34 pitches, 2 hits, and 3 walks. In the right center field, back goes Blair, and Paul will make the catch short of the track, 2 out. Al Oliver had a sac bunt, which is interesting because his bunt rating is 4. Maybe it's a little higher with the runner on. This time he swings and laces this one into right center. That's extra bases, and Oliver is into second with a 2-out double. So the Pirate bats have come to life, and here's Stargell with 2 out. Who are we rooting for in this series? Cuellar has worked hard already. 41 pitches with 2 out here in the second. Fly ball to right. Robinson reaches over in the corner, and Frank will come up with it, and that's the inning. No runs. The Pirates have left on 4 through 2 innings. After an inning and a half, 2-2. Davey Johnson, 282, 18 homers, 72 RBI. Would hit 40 for the Braves in 73. Solid second baseman, grounds that one past Cash for a single. So both teams have 3 hits. If you were thinking that the Aces would keep this one down to a dull roar, well, we were both wrong. Here's Ellie Hendricks, 259 homers, 42 RBI. It's Earl Weaver, folks. The Orioles aren't stealing many bases. Pitch to Hendricks is laced into right field, and that's a hit. Clemente will pick it up and throw. And now bring up Belanger with nobody out. The number 8 hitter at 266. A great year for him. 4 triples and 35 RBI. Blast steals. Ground ball to third. Pagan can't make a play. In fact, he boots it. So both teams have an error. And the bases are loaded. Nobody out for Mike Cuellar, who hit 103 on the real year. 11 for 107. He does have a home run and is driven in 5. And so Blas and Cuellar, well, no one's confusing them for, let's say, a Seaver and a Carlton in a game 1 of the series. Cuellar swings away, slow ground ball to Alley, should score a run. Johnson will score, and Alley stepped on second. They only got the force. So Cuellar will reach on a fielder's choice. It's 3-2 Baltimore. 6-U on the fielder's choice. No throw to first. So Hendricks moves to third. Cuellar on first for Blair, who's 0 for 1. Blas is opening 9, 31 pitches. Inning in a third, 4 hits, and the home run to Boog Powell in the first. Pitch to Blair. Base hit right field. Clemente will pick it up. Hendricks will score. Cuellar is caught off a second to throw down to Pagan at third, and Mike is in there. Clemente with a good throw to Alley. They had Cuellar picked off, and Alley just hesitated a fraction of a second, and that's all it took for Cuellar to slide into third. So it's now 4-2 Baltimore. Here's Buford, who's 0 for 1. And Blas finally gets a strikeout, an 0-2 fastball on the inside corner, 2 away for Frank Robinson, who doubled and scored in the first. Not how I thought game 1 was going to go. Base hit left side. Cuellar scores to make it 5-2. Stargell, again, had a hard time picking that up, and Blair, with good speed, moves to third. So only 3 of the 5 runs are earned. Here's Boog Powell, who smoked one into the stands and right his first time up. Baltimore, I believe, had a 3-1 series lead, and Pittsburgh came back. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Pitch to Powell. High fly ball to right. Clemente will make the grab, and that'll do it. Well, what a rough inning if you're a Pirate fan, or a good inning if you're an Oriole fan. 3 runs, 4 hits in the air. After 2 in Game 1, it's the Orioles 5, the Pirates 2. So Clemente, Robertson, and Sanguin to face Cuellar. Dave was rooting for both. Or you're both, yes. Clemente had an RBI single in the first and then would later score. Cuellar's pitch. Fly ball, left center field. Blair rides the Schwinn, 1 out. Somebody needs an easy inning here. Bob Robertson walked his first time up. Cuellar has walked 3. Got him. And 0-2 Scroogey in there at the knees. Strike 3. Got him looking. So 2 out for Sanguin. Manny had an RBI single here. Pitch from Cuellar. And that's another base hit. This time Robinson will field it off a couple hops in right. And Sanguin is 2 for 2. 6 hits for the Birds, 4 hits for the Pirates. Pagan walked his first time up. And that is into right field for a base hit. So, and Robinson can't handle it out there. Do they take advantage? Yes, they do. So it's going to be a single and an error on Robinson and right. It's the 3rd error in this game, and we're 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. Now, the screenshot I'm using here from Memorial Stadium is actually from the 71 series. And as bad as that field looks, it is better than how it looked for the 79 series between these two teams. Here's Gene Alley. He's 0 for 1. So Pagan with no speed at second. And Sanguin, of course, is going to score on a base hit. Alley pops it up right side. Powell will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Pittsburgh, through 3 innings, has stranded 6. How you doing, Mike from the truck? After 2.5 in Game 1, 5-2 birdies. So Brooks Robinson, Davy Johnson, and Ellie Hendricks here in the 3rd. Brooks is 0 for 1. Blas's head is kind of spinning after that 2nd inning. Got him. Oh, 1-2 fastball swung on and missed, 1 out. Davy Johnson singled and scored. This time around, right back up the box. Blas throws to first for the out, 2 away. For Ellie Hendricks, who has a single and a run scored. Pitch from Blas, 2 out. High fly ball to right. Clemente into right center field, and he'll turn and watch that one fly away. Open up the window, Aunt Minnie. Ain't the beer cold? It is 6-2 Baltimore here in the 3rd. Natty Bo for everybody after that. My goodness. I know that Baltimore on paper has the better pitching. But if you had asked me who had the better offense, I would have said Pittsburgh. But 1 game does not a series make. Here's Belanger, who's 0 for 1. That's a base hit up the middle. When is Blas due to bat again? So the Orioles have racked him around pretty hard. That's 8 hits, 4 earned runs. Here's Cuellar, who has an RBI. He reached on the fielder's choice. 2 out here in the 3rd. Cuellar, ground ball, Blas, first base side of the rubber, over to Robertson. And it's over finally. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Let's see if they bat Blas here. Don't say that too many times fast. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 4th in game 1 of the 71 series. Orioles 6, Pirates 2. Blast stays in the game. He's 0 for 1 into right center. Blair, 1 out. So I will take out Blast when I get the chance. Dave Cash is 0 for 1 with a walk. Cuellar, who looks pretty good right about now. Mike from the truck playing up out of the park 24 and watching us. Opening 18, 63 pitches, 3 1/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And by the way, family football, I believe, has been finished. Give that a whirl if you can over the holiday. Pitch to Cash. Ground ball right side, past Powell. How do I know that? Well, we're friends on Steam. And so I see what you play. Yep, family football is done. Congratulations. Great effort. Here's Al Oliver. He's got a double and a sack bunt. And his rating with a runner on is a 2. So I'm not sure what the computer was thinking. Pitch to Oliver. There goes Cash. The throw down to Belanger. And Dave has the base stolen. A baseball game. I'm looking forward to that. Be number 95 on Bernie's list. So 1-ball count to Al Oliver. 6-2 Orioles. 1 out here, top of the 4th. Oliver into right center. Blair moving back. Will make the catch. Cash will tag and hold. So here's Stargell. Willie is 0 for 2. Swing a high fly ball, right field. Robinson turns, plays out one high off the wall. Cash will score. Stargell is into second, standing, and it's a 6-3 ball game. So here's Clemente. Robbie, a 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Cuellar looks in, delivers. High fly ball to left. Back goes Buford, way back there. Long gone. Clemente torched the Orioles in the series in real life. And what's he do in game 1? A 2-run homer to make it a 1-run game. Just nailed that one. And so in the 4th inning here of game 1, it's 6-5 Baltimore. Purdy says, I'm sure Mr. Gardner is right. There are probably 100. You just can't find them all. It's like Pokemon. So all 5 runs are earned for Baltimore. Here's Robertson. He's 0 for 1. Both of these pitchers are just kind of in a state of confusion right now. They have been torched. That's gone. And we're tied up. That is into the camera well in center field. And that will be all for Mr. Cuellar. My word, was that hammered. So the Pirates have a 4 spot here in the 4th. And it's a 6-6 ball game. Well, everyone's on rest here. The question is, who do I use as the, you're only going to use 3 starters here. I could cheat and use Grant Jackson. I mean, obviously, you're not using Palmer. You're not using McNally. Actually, Dobson would probably be the third starter. So I guess we're going to cheat and do Grant Jackson. So Jackson coming in. 4-3, a 3.13 ERA. He would be part of the 79 champion Pirates. A lefty tandem to work with Kent Colvey. 29-71, fly ball pitcher, fastball at 88. In 77 2/3, he allowed 72 hits, 7 homers, 20 walks, and 51 strikeouts. Sanguian, by the way, oh man, I just saw the batting average there. 2 for 2. He has singled twice and driven in a run. Jackson deals, bases empty, fly ball, center field. Blair should track this one down. What a loud inning for the Pirates. How about that? 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. After 3.5, it's the Pirates 6, the Orioles 6. And so if you look at the tail of the tape between these two teams, the Orioles had won 100 games, the 101, the Pirates 97. Rentenman, I got to figure out. Bernie, how do I use Rentenman? So the first 2 games will be in Baltimore. Game 2, Friday, noon Eastern. And then next week, the historic first 3 night games in World Series history, all from Three Rivers. This one's going to go 7, I think. Paul Blair, by the way, 1 for 2. A single and RBI. Blast, opening 18, 66 pitches, 3 innings, 8 hits. He's in essence in relief of himself. 2 homers and 2 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody. Pitch to Blair is a ground ball to Robertson. Bob takes it to the bag himself, 1 out. And Blair is hurt. And so we'll need a new center fielder. I guess Mr. Rentenman's going to play after all. Here's Don Buford. Don is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Buford, opposite way in front of Stargell. And Willie, a first baseman by trade, or should be, didn't get there. So the go-ahead run is on first. Frank Robinson has singled and doubled. He is 2 for 2. Both teams with 1 out in the 4th inning have 9 hits. Make it 10 for Baltimore as that one gets past Stargell in the corner and left. Buford will round third and score with ease. Robinson has a double. And we're coming to get Blass. My goodness. So, Nellie Riles or Luke Walker? All right. How should I play Merv Rentenman in this series? Because Buford, Blair, and Robinson are pretty good, but Rentenman was a 300 hitter. All right, I'm going to use Ellis in game 2, Johnson in game 3. I guess I go with Nellie Riles. So Briles will come in 8-4, a save, a 3.04 ERA. He would pitch for Baltimore. I forget what year. 37 games, 14 starts. Now he's 28. Fastball at 87 and a ground ball pitcher. ...136 innings, 131 hits, 12 homers, 35 walks, and 76 strikeouts. John says platoon versus left-handed pitchers and a defensive replacement. Bernie says using the pinch hit. Okay. Gonna get some time in center field in the outfield today with Blair hurt. Here's Boog Powell, 1 for 2. Has homered. He's driven in 2. 7-6 Baltimore here with 1 out in the 4th inning. Pitch from Bryles. Powell greets him. A hard ground ball. Cash snares it. They get Frank Robinson at 3rd. How about that? Wow. No, they don't. They don't get anybody. An interesting decision for Cash not to go for the slower Powell. Pagan thought he had him. Him and Murtaugh have a word with the third base umpire to no avail. There's still 1 out and runners on the corners for Brooks Robinson, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch from Bryles. Walked him. They're loaded. Mike from the truck saw something interesting yesterday. Actor Carl Weathers played football for the Raiders in 1970 and 71. Bases loaded, by the way, for Davy Johnson. 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. And just like the autumn wind, Apollo Creed was a Raider. Pitch to Johnson. A poke to right. Clemente foul. Somebody from Ellicott City made that catch. A count is 0-2. 7-6, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, game 1. There's a high fly ball to left. Back goes Stargell. Way back there. Grand slam. It is now 11-6 Baltimore. We've secretly replaced the Pittsburgh Pirates pitching with Ron Juckett and Dave Gardner. Let's see if the Baltimore Orioles notice. If you're rooting for both teams, how can you unsub? My goodness. I didn't think we'd get 17 runs the 2 games in Baltimore, let alone in the first 4 innings of game 1. It's going to read like a school cancellation list when I do the summary in a few minutes. Here's Hendricks. Ellie is 2 for 2. He has singled and hit a solo homer. He has scored twice. Hard ground ball to first. Robertson is there. Takes it to the bag. And there's 2 out. Bryles has now finally retired a batter and has 3 earned runs. Here's Belanger. He is 1 for 2. There's been 20 hits in this game already. But make it 21 as that's into right field for a base hit. And so here is Grant Jackson, who has been gifted a win, potentially. He went 2 for 22 on the real year, a homer and 2 RBI. To second, Cash goes to Alley instead of Robertson, and finally the side is retired. Muska Mouseketeer, 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors. We go to the 5th here in game number 1. It's Baltimore 11, Pittsburgh 6. So I want to use Redmond in center. He's a 3 and a 5. It's taken 40 minutes to play 4 innings. Pagan, Alley, and Bryles here. He did. I'm just not sure where you would put him, though. I mean, obviously today it's for Blair. He's a 3 and a 5 in center. But Buford, Blair, and Robinson all have close to 500 at-bats or more. Doesn't seem to matter today. The Orioles are a hit machine. Pagan has a single to walk, by the way. Jackson starts the 5th. Popped up. Hendricks behind the plate, doffs the mask, 1 out. Great play against the screen, 1 out for Gene Alley, who is 0 for 2. Let's see what they do with Briles. He certainly didn't do anything in the 4th to merit staying in the ballgame. Base hit up the middle. Rettenman will field it. And if Nelly stays in the game, he's actually not a bad hitter, 10 for 39. That's a .256 average, a homer and 4 RBI. Powell and Robinson will play in. Briles stays in the game, popped it up. Robinson, third base side, lots of foul territory, makes the catch. No, he did not. You know that strange things are afoot when Brooks Robinson drops a foul ball and makes the 3rd error for the game for the Orioles. Infield back to normal depth with a ball and 2 strikes. And Nelly Briles has a base hit. Alley goes to 3rd. Robinson lollygags it back in. Here's Dave Cash, who was 1 for 2. Dave is singled, scored twice, stole a base and walked. Carl Weathers, as they're chatting in the chat, was a linebacker for the Raiders. Pitch to Dave Cash, ground ball to Belanger. Hoovers that one up. They will try for 2, I believe, here. And they only get 1. So Belanger stepped on second. Cash, a fast runner, will reach without a throw. And with 2 out here in the 5th, it's 11-7. Here's future teammate Al Oliver. Al 1 for 2 with the double. Helpful if the mouse is in the right spot. Pitch to Oliver. Struck him out. And so Jim Nelson is going to pitch. So Nelly Briles pinch hit for himself. That's interesting, and he reached. We'll tell you about Jim Nelson in a minute. Halfway home on a cloudy, rainy Wednesday afternoon, the day before Turkey Day. Game 1, 11-7 Baltimore. There is so much to read, I had to move the screen. If you joined us late, my goodness. The Pirates and the Orioles are playing a classic here in Game 1. Pirates sent 8 to the plate in the 1st. Clemente singled home Dave Cash to make it 1-0. Then Manny Sanguin singled home Roberto Clemente to make it 2-0. Orioles tied it in the bottom of the inning. A Boog Powell 2-run shot made it 2-2. Then the Orioles punched ahead 5-2 in the 2nd. Mike Cuellar, how you doing, Forrest? Hit a fielder's choice to make it 3-2. Paul Blair, who was injured, had an RBI single to make it 4-2. Then Frank Robinson singled home Cuellar to make it 5-2. Pirates had their chances in the 3rd, could not score. Baltimore at 6-2 in the 3rd. Ellie Hendricks a home run. Then the Pirates tied the ball game in the 4th. Stargell a double to make it 6-3. Clemente a 2-run blast to make it 6-5, and then to chase Mike Cuellar, and then Bob Robertson a solo blast to make it 6-6. Paul Blair injured in the 4th. Frank Robinson a double to score Don Buford in the bottom of the 4th, and then Davey Johnson a grand slam to make it 11-6. Dave Cash a ground ball, fielder's choice just a moment ago to make it 11-7. And we'll show you the pictures here, but it's like getting that bad report card. You got to do it out of obligation. But my goodness, are these just ugly, ugly numbers. And remember, Cuellar, 20-game winner, one of the 4 they had in 71. Jim Nelson started twice, 17 games overall, just 24 in 71. Fastball at 91. And a ground ball pitcher, 2-2 with a 2.34 ERA, 34 2/3, 27 hits, 26 walks, and 11 strikeouts. No double switch. Renton Mind, who is now the center fielder, again, I don't know how to get him his 491 at-bats. 318 average, 11 homers, and 75 RBI. And destroys righties. Ground ball to short. Alley over to Robertson. 1 out. So here's Buford. Dawn 1 for 3. Has a single. A run scored and a strikeout. Nelson deals. High ground ball to Alley. Behind the bag at second. Over to Robertson. 2 out. Nelson, by the way, is 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Frank Robinson has 2 doubles today. He is 3 for 3. He's got a single, has driven in 2 and scored twice. A pretty good start for him. Popped up. Sanguin to the screen. Out of play. 0-2. Nelson's pitch. Little ground ball to Cash. Dave has it on the grass. Quickly throws to first, and Robinson is retired. What was that? A 1-2-3 inning. How about that? After 5, Orioles 11, Pirates 7. So Stargell, Clemente, and Robertson to face Jackson here in the 6th. Wilver, and it's Wilver, W-I-L-V-E-R. 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Jackson starts the inning, struck him out. A 1-2 fastball got him swinging. So 1 out for Clemente, who is 2 for 3 on the day. A single, a home run, and already has 3 RBI. Jackson deals, and Clemente punches this one into right for a base hit. And so Roberto is 3 for 4. Not bad at all. Here's Bob Robertson. He homered in the 4th. 1 for 2. A walk and a strikeout. High fly ball, left field. Back goes Buford. The wind knocked that down a little bit. Although it's blowing out to left center at 3. Buford made the catch, 2 out. For Sanguin, who is 2 for 3. 2 singles and an RBI. 7 runs, 12 hits, an error for Pittsburgh. And they have left on 7. The Orioles, 11 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, and they have left on 4. Up the middle, Belanger to Johnson, and that will retire the side. Pirates get a hit, and that's it. After 5.5, Baltimore 7, Baltimore 11 rather, Pittsburgh 7. So Powell, Brooks Robinson, and Davy Johnson here in the 6th. Boog 1 for 3. All right, John, got a drive ahead of you. So before I run, he wants to say thankful for me and Dave and everything we do for the community. Well, thank you for being so good to us. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. We both enjoy what we do, and we are glad to be part of this group. Pitch to Powell. Ball 4. People are going to look on YouTube and wonder how many innings this game went. Right now, it's only slated to be 9. Here's Brooks Robinson, 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out and scored. I can't imagine Boog Powell had the speed to steal bases. We're not going to try it. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. 11-7 birdies. fly ball left field. Stargell moving over. Willie makes the catch, and Powell, who was halfway to second, has to retreat back. There's an 82% chance to steal. Davey Johnson hit a grand slam his last time up. He also has singled. He's 2 for 3. You know what? We're going to steal Boog Powell. And he can't get the jump. Johnson swung on and missed strike 1. Not taking that chance again. Fly ball right field. Clemente is there, makes the catch. Powell back to first. So Jim Nelson's about to throw 2 good innings here. Ellie Hendricks is 2 for 3. He singled twice and homer. Oh, he singled and solo homer. High ground ball to Cash over to Robertson, and that will retire the side. Wow, no runs, no hits, no errors. The walk does not hurt. We go to the 7th in game 1, 11-7 Baltimore. So Pagan, Alley, and a pinch hitter, I would imagine, for the Pirates here in the 7th. Jose is 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. Jackson deals. Popped up center field. Rettenman, that's a little more than a pop-up, makes the catch for the out. 1 away for Alley. Gene 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Jackson deals. Alley into left center. Rettenman goes over. And Burr will make the catch. 2 away. So let's see what they do with Nelson, who was a 500 hitter. Pitch count-wise, he's quite well. And Renee Sinet will come in. 353, a homer, 4 triples, and 15 RBI. 2 out, top of the 7th, 11-7 Baltimore. Pitch to Sinet. High fly ball in the corner and right. Kind of a looper, and Robinson's there. Bob Boos coming in, stretch time, 11-7. Bob Moose, 18 starts, 12 relief appearances, 11-7 for the Pirates in 71 with a save and a 4.11 ERA. That's his information. Fastball pitcher at 86 and a ground ball pitcher. Moose, 140 innings, 169 hits, not what Pittsburgh needs. 12 home runs, 35 walks, 68 strikeouts. Belanger, who a lot of years couldn't hit his own weight, is 2 for 3 today. He did hit 266 in 71 with 2 singles. Got him, and Moose is hurt. Are you kidding me? He made the pitch, immediately grabbed his shoulder, and they got to take him out. So the old adage, if it wasn't for bad luck, there'd be no luck at all if you're a Pirate fan. Bob Veal, at the end of his good career with the Pirates, 36 years old, gets the emergency appearance. He went 37 times for Pittsburgh. Fastball at 91, ground ball plus pitcher. 6-0, 2 saves, a 6.99 ERA. Sounds like a price tag on an item you'd find tomorrow or Friday at Walmart. 46 1/3, 59 hits, 5 homers. He walked 24 and struck out 40. So who can hit a lefty on the bench? Jerry DeVannen, 235 in real life and 4 RBI. Rettenman on deck. Veal with one out. Base hit center field. No defensive changes for the Pirates. Alley should have had that. Rettenbind is 0 for 1. Devannon on first. One out, bottom of the 7th, 11-7 Baltimore. And Rettenbind draws the walk. For Buford, who's 1 for 4. Gone as a single, a strikeout, and an RBI. And now the bases are loaded because Veal can't buy a strike. 3-1 missed outside, and here's Frank Robinson. Robinson has 2 doubles, a single, and is driven in 2. For the Pirates, their last appearance in the World Series was 1960 before this. And this must feel like you're playing the 60 Yankees again. All these high run scores. Pitch to Robinson. Frank strikes out. Veal got him on a 1-2 fastball looking. So 2 out for Boog Powell, who already has a homer here in Game 1. He is 1 for 3. He is driven in 2. Devannon on third. Rettenbind on second. Buford on first. Veal and Sanguin move around some signs here. And Powell laces this one to right, but right at Roberto Clemente. And so the Orioles will leave them loaded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 7 in Game 1, 11-7 Baltimore. And Jamie, yeah, I did not expect this to be pinball. So righty, lefty, lefty. We'll go with Orlando Pena. Pena only pitched 5 times, 38 years old, 81-mile-an-hour fastball and a ground ball pitcher. Again, not as played, 0-1, a 3.07 ERA. 14 2/3, 16 hits, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Cash, 1 for 3. An RBI, 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and a walk. So, backseat managers don't really want to hear it in the comments. Popped up. Hendricks. And that's out of play, and the count is 0-2. Cash, 1 for 3. The 0-2. Chopper down to short. Belanger gobbles it up over to Powell. 1 out. For Al Oliver, who finally faces a right-handed pitcher. Al 1 for 3 with a double. Ball 4. Did Hendricks make that catch along the watchtower? Excuse me, Gardner, while I kiss the sky. A nice purple haze settling in around home plate. But it's Ellie, not Jimmy. All right, here's Star Joe Willie, 1 for 4. Got himself a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Oliver on first. 1 out, 8th inning, 11-7 Orioles. Star Joe rips this one down the line and right. Robinson cuts it off, and everyone's going to be held to 90 feet. But here is Roberto Clemente. Out comes Pena. In comes Eddie Watt. So righty versus righty. Watt, 30 years old, fastball at 87, an extreme ground ball pitcher, and that's what the Orioles need right now. Only 35 games, 39 2/3, but very effective when he's in there. 3-1, 11 saves, an earned run average of $1.82, 39 hits, a home run, 8 walks and 26 strikeouts. He gets Clemente to hit a ground ball. It should be 2. Ground ball to Belanger. Fantastic play. Johnson for 1. How about that? It is indeed a 6-4-3 double play, and Mark Belanger did the damage. So the Pirates threaten but do not score. No runs, a hit, no errors. They have left on 9 through 7.5. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 11-7 Baltimore. So Brooks Robinson, Davy Johnson, and Ellie Hendricks. You think in 1971 Baltimore, if they did, walk-up music, that would be what Ellie Hendricks would walk up to? Would be Little Jimmy. Brooks is 0 for 3. He has walked, scored, and struck out. Veal starts the 8th. Line drive to Cash, 1 out. Davy Johnson is 2 for 4. It was his grand slam in the 4th that put this away for Baltimore. It'll be Robertson, Sanguin, and Pagan in the 9th for Pittsburgh. In the left center. Back goes Oliver. Way back there. And that is gone. No, off the top of the wall. Just hit. So Davy Johnson has his second hit of the ball game. A double. Giant quarterback Daniel Jones recovering from his ACL surgery. And Ellie Hendricks is 2 for 4. And the wind cries Elrod. So it's interesting you bring that up because the wind cried Mary, and that's my mom's given birthday. Hendricks has a solo homer. He is 2 for 4. And the Pirates just want this game over. Veal stays in the game. Ground ball, left side base hit. Johnson around third. Stargell throws it back. And Davy's going to hold. And speaking of Mary, John Lamb will come in to pitch. Again, we're not doing as played. Lamb pitched twice, 4 1/3. Can't tell you when it was. 25 years old. Fastball at 86 in the standard pitcher. Four and a third, 3 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Belanger 2 for 4. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Belanger has struck out and singled twice. He's going to single again, this time to right. Johnson's going to score, making it 12-7, and we will pinch hit. For Watt, it's a righty. Bobby Grich will pinch hit, 9 for 30 on the year, a home run and 6 RBI. Bobby's pretty young here. 22 years old, a baby. He only played in 7 games. First and second, 1 out. Lamb deals. Grich into center, left center. Oliver moving over. Makes the catch. Hendricks will hold, 2 out. Throw goes into third. So here's Renton Mindy. He's walked and is 0 for 1. Game 2, Friday, noon Eastern. We're going to have a surprise for you tomorrow night. England for 7:30. Be there or be square. Pitch to Rentonmond. There's a ground ball to Robertson. And Bob underhands it to Lamb, and that will retire the side. So, after 8, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. The Orioles 12, the Pirates 7. Twitch. So, Tom Dukes. 1 and 5, 4 saves, a 3.52 ERA. Also pitched for the Astros. 28 games. He's 29. Fastball 89. And a ground ball pitcher. They can go with their other closer, Richard. But I would want to have a Pittsburgh in danger here before going that. Then again, I figured we'd be coming close to having complete games. Obviously not. Dukes, 38 in the third innings, 40 hits, 4 homers, 8 walks, and 30 strikeouts. Robertson 1 for 3. He homered in the fourth. 7 runs, 13 hits, an error for Pittsburgh, and left on 9. Orioles 12 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors, and they have left on 10. Dukes deals. That's a slow ground ball over the mound. Belanger, what a play! He was halfway to the mound, got it, threw to Powell, 1 out. So Sanguian, 5 to tie, by the way, for the Pirates, and 6 to go ahead. Manny 2 for 4. He has singled twice and driven in a run. That's in the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Rettenman gets it off the wall, throws it into third, and Sanguian's on with a stand-up double. Pagan is 1 for 3. We've had some offense in this game. Richie Hebner, who will face right-handers, will come in. 271, 17 homers, and 67 RBI. 12-7 Orioles, 1 out, 9th inning. High fly ball, right field. Staying in the yard. Robinson's there, 2 out. Sanguian will tag and hold. So let's see what they do with Gene Alley, who is 1 for 4. Stays in the game and draws the walk. So first and second, 2 out for the pitcher spot. And Gene Kleins will pinch hit. Kleins is an outfielder by trade. 308, a homer, and 24 RBI. So first and second, 2 out. 12-7 Orioles. Top of the 9th here in game 1. Duke steals. Fly ball. Shallow left. Buford runs in, and the Orioles win this one. So 3 hours and 14 fake minutes. Baltimore 12 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors, and they left on 10. An error by Brooks Robinson. Would you believe that? 7 runs for the Pirates, 14 hits, and an error. And they left on 11. Grant Jackson gets the win. 3 1/3 of unearned scoreless innings. And poor Steve Blass takes the loss. Big Dave on vacation. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Thanks for coming in. Hope you feel better. Hope you can keep down your meal tomorrow. So, a surprise tomorrow night. Game 2 of this series, Friday at noon. Be safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Have a good one, everybody. So long.